Guess what they're demanding? Re-education camps. That in addition of
Yep.
probation, she has to go to mental health treatment, confess everything to the shrink, and abide by anything the mental health director says. I mean, this
Yep.
is pure re-education camp through disguised as criminal sentencing punishment. And not only that, they're demanding that she be additionally punished because she asserted her right to trial, because she asserted her Fifth Amendment rights. They're like, she didn't talk to the pre-sentence investigator. I was like, yeah, I told her not to because it's Fifth Amendment. We're appealing the case. So I'm not going to have her talk to anybody when she has a Fifth Amendment right. The Fifth Amendment right doesn't disappear because there's a conviction. We're appealing it. But they're saying asserting her right itself against self-incrimination should be used. Judge, punish her harsher. The fact she went to trial and asserted her right to trial by jury, increase her punishment, and included in her punishment re-education camps. This is how sick the system has become.
Yeah, it's funny. Again, I seem to have some personal experience with this, but they utilize agreements, they utilize systems, they utilize whatever they can to do that, to create your compliance with their version of the story. That's the nefarious aspect of it. I saw a case where one
all over again. It really is. Yeah. I mean, that's what all the confessional state is about. They care more about the confession than whether the confession is true.
Yes. And that's what I was getting to. I've seen a case where one of the government workers was just demanding to hear the story. And they're like, well, I'm not going to get to know the story. I'm not going to get to know the story if they don't talk. It's like, but it's not your job to know the story. Like, it's your job to make the case with facts, but they want the story, and because they're just like everybody, they're drama hounds. And if they don't know the story, if they don't know how it happened, they feel left out. They miss something. They miss part of the movie. And that's the weird and sort of sick way the system works. And importantly, I'm saying the sick way the system works on people is because people have a natural desire to want to know what happened. And then they play on someone else's desire to want to justify why something occurred. And you're like, well, just tell me the story. I'll help you. I'll help you. And as you know, government workers love to tell you how much. Just tell me and we're going to help you. Barnes, how many people have just told the government and the government's just helped them in your experience? Have you ever met one?
It never happens. And it's this underlying psychological need. I tell people, study the Inquisition, not just for its historical pertinence and risk, but it's the way the state operates and is incorporated to operate. They want the confession for their vindication of their actions. They don't want the confession for its truth. They don't want the hardest thing I have to tell clients early on. I was like, the government doesn't care about truth. The government doesn't care about morality. It cares about securing justification and vindication for the power of government. That's what it is organized and orchestrated to do. They have been selected for that precise job because they have proven themselves loyal servants in that regard. And it always throws people off. They're like, what? They don't care about what really happened? They don't care about what's honest, what's honorable, what's like the Amish are this way.